But let's see what we got going on here.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at when woke people make fools of themselves. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Do you identify as black? No, it's a serious question, because you might not identify. Can you please put the mic? Thank you. Okay.
When I walked into the room,
I am not done with my question.
young lady.
I'm just asking you to listen to me.
I'm about to answer the first question.
But I didn't finish my question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm black.
How disrespectful. She asked him a question and cut him off as soon as he started answering.
There's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, right? That they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just not the case. She is stronger than that.
What's your experience, Ben? Male, female?
Both Serena and Venus lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player, which they're phenoms for women. My experience, my husband, he swam at University of Kentucky as well. In terms of accolades and in terms of national ranking, I was a much better swimmer than him. He could kick my butt any day of the week without trying.
Actually, it's funny because Andy Murray, he was been joking about myself and him playing a match. And I'm like, Andy, seriously, like, are you kidding me? Because for me, tennis and
She's awesome. She is awesome.
men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because I only want to play girls because I don't want to be embarrassed.
You know she's wrong when the athlete herself even admits she can't beat men.
Before we move on, we really do a lot to pump up women, and it's great. Yes, I want everybody to feel powerful and okay. But it goes a little too far when you don't realize that, hey, men are actually physically, for the most part, stronger than women. It's just genetics and DNA. It's nothing to do with anything other than that. So when you put a female tennis player against a male tennis player, what she said is going to happen. These last 10 years, it's like we have to be in denial of that. You go to these movies and stuff and you see the women are beating the crud out of men and throwing them through plate glass windows, and 3 guys doing kung fu and this one woman is just kicking the crud out of him. And you see it over and over again. Like, they show men doing crazy stuff. Okay, I don't believe that men can necessarily do that, but I think a lot of women think that women can do that. They feel very like, hey, I'm okay to go jogging in Central Park at 11 o'clock at night in the pitch black. No, don't do that. Don't do that. The weakest of men, they're just genetically strong. I didn't make the rules, but they get a little carried away. And that woman in the beginning there, she was saying, they're both fantastic tennis players, and I love watching them play. She's saying how they can beat these men in tennis. It's just like, no. No, it's not true. They're wonderful. They're smart, and they're hugely athletic. They're amazing talents. Just fantastic. And everyone should go see him play. It's funny. We feel like we have to pretend like it is true, or else people will get upset. And that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of like my position on this. Like, we're kind of slowing everything down, and we got to talk and discuss. It's like, well, why are we doing this? Let's get on to the good stuff. Let's watch them play tennis. It's fantastic. Like, oh, can they beat men? And men are stronger, and no, they're not. And women are just as good. Like, yeah, they're just as good. They're just not as strong in many situations. What are we going to do about that? Just sit around and pretend? That's the part that doesn't really make sense. If I was born and I felt I'm a woman inside and I had to deal with that, would I be irritated by some stuff? Probably. Would I feel like powerless in a way because I had no choice in this, or I'm not getting treated like I want to be treated like a man would be treated if he was a man, or a woman was treated if they were biologically a woman? How would I feel? I'd like to put myself in people's shoes. And would I be irritated? And would I be screaming? There's a very good chance I would be. So I try to be patient and kind to people who have a different experience than me. But there comes a point when we're slowing everything down and not getting to the good stuff because we're pausing for every little variation and individual variation and recognizing, and everything's come to a halt. What about writing a book? What about doing this? What about doing that? No, we have to stop and make sure we got the pronouns right for each person. Maybe we can find a happy medium where we don't have to slow the whole progress of everything down. For this, we're still making people feel okay.
This person is really out here demanding their respect, yet can't respect a single person in the room.
You're on TikTok every day showing us how big you are.
Yeah, and look,
and you're proud of it.
No. There's a difference. There's proud, and then there's just being positive in my own skin, and that's what I am.
Right.
I'm not proud to be fat.
Would you
Would
accept that by medical definition you are morbidly obese?
Look, if that's what medically you want to call it, then call it.
Well, no, you know your weight. I don't.
No. But you could say that. Yeah.
Right. So here's my issue with this body positivity thing. People shouldn't be celebrating being morbidly obese, in my estimation.
But that's
because actually it is a dangerous condition that causes many people to die.
No point in even arguing with him. Let his weight do the talking.
Instead of using the typical...
Does anyone think that body positivity movement wasn't detrimental to a lot of people and families, and having a marketing campaign convincing people that morbid obesity is good and fine and that's your choice, but they have kids and they end up getting heart attacks and dying 20, 30 years earlier than other people, and we're told them it's good to feel this way. And then we're teaching young kids it's good. This is body positivity. Is that really the way we want to go? Like, hey, it's okay. We all go through these phases. Try to be as healthy as you can. Hey, exercise some more. You're going to love it. And we, instead of digging our heels in and saying, no, this is good and it's good to be this way. I was heavy. I didn't feel it was good to be this way. For me personally. I was at my brother's wedding and I had to leave in the middle to change my shirt because I had sweated through it. Yeah, I don't think I should feel positive about that. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I should be encouraged to be healthy, right? How did that message get lost and buried? We can't say obese. I remember going into, and I don't know if I've been in Target in a while. I remember going into Target and I thought I was in the maternity section, but I wasn't. Because all the posters on the wall were, yes, they were morbidly obese people. We had really gotten into body positivity. Well, now we're kind of promoting being overweight and not at the most optimal health according to medical standards. Yeah, I had been at a heavy weight and I had been 50 pounds overweight. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel like I was healthy. None of my bodily functions worked properly. They didn't. That's my experience. And when we started to promote that, it's okay and good because we didn't want anyone to have bad feelings. Bad feelings help us in life. They help us. Bad feelings, this is my opinion, are good because they curb our behavior. They wake us up when we need to be woken up. This happened, I feel bad. I was like, oh, well, now you can self-evaluate and change and become a better person. But if every feeling you can only experience is good feeling and you got to lie to yourself and say, oh, I feel good about this. I feel good about my body not working optimally. Let me tell my kids this is a good thing to do. Is that really what we want to do? Because someone's feelings might get hurt. It's okay if your feelings get hurt. It's not the end of the world. We should teach people to, when your feelings get hurt, it's okay. You still can be a good person, modify your behavior, learn something new, and change and become a better person. Keep becoming a better person. It's okay. It's okay to gain some weight, and it's okay to lose some weight, and it's okay to recognize that you're not feeling great when your weight isn't at its optimal.
Typical mom and dad parent titles, there's actually gender neutral and non-binary parent titles that exist. Here are some examples. Pom-pom, Zaza.
Yeah, I don't think me or anyone from my generation could have done that with our parents.
Personally, I've never heard of calling mom Zaza, but what else can I expect these days?
Speech, like, you gotta get men, you gotta bring the men, you gotta, like, buy the tickets. Like, went to Indiana Jones and Jaws and every movie that Steven Spielberg's ever made, and by the way, he's never made a movie with a female lead. Sorry, Steven. I don't mean to call you out,
Yeah, they're
but
popping off in my head
it's true.
right now. I don't remember all their names, but
The color purple. Thank you. Okay, I'm wrong.
Hey, she may have gotten owned, but at least she actually admitted to her mistakes.
Nobody needs you to advocate.
do you remember Hollywood and movies when people used to go to the movies when everything didn't have to be even and super woke? Oh, a male was on the screen for 15 minutes. The woman has to be on the screen for 15 minutes. This has to be there. Okay, no, there has to be the other side and this side. And what about these people? And they need to be represented. And everybody needs to be represented. And then you watch the movie and you couldn't take it through 10 minutes because you were pulled out of the story every 2 seconds because of agenda. And now no one wants to go to the movies because there's no story. Guess what? Life isn't even all the time. If you're looking for that stuff constantly, how are you going to enjoy a story? No, she has to be powerful and she has to have kung fu and beat up the men. And she has to be the CEO in the movie or else it's, every movie and TV show is like that. And for a long period of time, all men were mentally, checked out and they needed the woman to help them through life. Was that like life in reality? Come on. So does anyone watch movies anymore? No one cares. And most TV shows are so terrible. Every woman's got to be boss and power and independent. You can't show one being a mother and liking it. It just became so contrived and no one can stand, including women, going to the movies. They're not going to the movies either. No one cares. When's the last time you saw a movie that was good? It is 10 years of a wasteland of movies and just characters getting ruined and series getting ruined. It's like, okay, yes, she's strong and she's a woman. I get it. You're just bashing me over the head with it. There were plenty of really great, strong woman female roles in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, even in the 50s. But they weren't so self-affected. It wasn't so smash you in the face with it. What about the story? What about having fun? What about some action? What about some adventure? What about love? What about those things? They're all gone now. We have to be super woke. I go, okay. Now no one wants to go to the movies. No one's making movies. No one cares. Yay.
Advocate for how difficult it is to use gender-neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was easy. These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns. You will use them, or you will not refer to me. At all.
Just don't refer
if
to
you
her.
misgender.
I'm good with that. Well, it's just, we shall no longer refer to you at all. Sounds good.
Well, guess we're not going to refer to this person as anything. It's as easy as that.
Now let's hear from this man.
It just takes a lot of time to do all this stuff. Friend, she used to be Susan, now she's Steve. She goes, I'd like you to call me Steve. Steve, that's absolutely no problem. Hey, everybody. Steve and I are going to go get some chalupas. You guys want to come with us? Done. That's what she wants to be. Fine. But, I worked for a company and we went from a startup to like a major company. And then when we became a major company, on the signatures of our emails, we had to put personal pronouns, or it was suggested she, her, they, whatever your personal pronouns, you had to add it. And my signature started to get so long. I was like, what is this? Why are we doing this? There wasn't anyone who used a different pronoun in our entire company, but we're all doing this. What's the percentage? Is it 1%? And everybody's doing this. And then with these long emails and with the signature and the pronouns and how we support people. It's like, well, I've always supported people no matter what they want. They want to be a woman? Great. Your name is Karen now. Great. Come on, Karen, let's work on this project. Just treat people with kindness. There's so many terms. It was like LGBTQ, and there's other letters now and symbols on the end. And it just kept growing and growing during the height of all this. My grandparents and my parents are not going to be able to keep all this straight. Everybody is looking for something to get offended by. It's like we're training whole segments of the population to stop what they're doing to get offended by people who this isn't their whole world and don't get it. Is there a little middle road where we don't have to devote our whole lives to this? People can still feel okay. We can get on to the good stuff. Let's get on to the good stuff. When I was younger, there were people who got sex changes, and there were people who were more male identifying and all that stuff. And we didn't make a big deal about it. We really didn't. Renee Richards was a tennis player. she was a man and she got a sex change. And I remember we saw her at Orange Lawn Tennis Classic. It was her first match as a man. There were tons of photographers there. It was like, oh, she used to be a man. Interesting. And we just watched her play tennis. That was it. People took tons of pictures, played her match, and we all moved on with life. It just didn't seem like such a huge deal. It really didn't. Feel like everyone's kind of overcompensating because maybe they treated people bad in the past. But I didn't. It's all fine with me. I just don't want to slow everything down completely. I want to get to the good stuff of life, like playing tennis, like watching Renee Richards play tennis. Okay, she's a woman now. Okay, good. Let's keep going.
With this stirring story, which I'm sure is 100% true.
I was at work and a customer called me sir, and I said, sir, actually, it's ma'am. And then everyone around started clapping.
You just beat him over the head, you know.
And the guy who said it actually got arrested.
Bro really just got arrested for telling the truth. What acceptance? They best be able to take some jokes.
A woman has gone viral because she has a PhD.
And then you're going to go tell your friends and you're all going to get all riled up about it. When you could have been like, I don't know, meeting to go play basketball or go skating, go to the skate park or go to the water slide. But no, you're all like getting all upset and angry because some guy got your pronouns wrong for whatever reason. You see what I mean? It skews life to this negative adversarial thing. And like, go have some fun. There's lots of cool stuff to do other than this. Oh, you don't get it, man. I guess I don't get it.
And she took an IQ test next to some guy that she thought was just a dumb rube hillbilly. And the dumb rube hillbilly did better on the IQ test than she did.
I'm Tyler. I'm 21. I'm a high school graduate, and I work in the Marine Corps.
I have my PhD in cancer biology, and I work in a biotech industry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, me, I don't know. PhD, cancer biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that. And then 6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us.
One of the biggest.
He's all self-righteous with their PhDs. And that guy was nice. And why would they call him a rube?
Downsides to university expansion and to credentialism is that it convinces people that they're much smarter than they are.
Always feels nice.
Like, why does anyone, seriously, college? Why go to college? It seems like the most brainwashing goes on in college. And college seems to be the root of a lot of this slowdown. And what's the purpose? If there were no college sports teams, would there really be college anymore, right? You need to take a whole class, whereas you could just sit in your room and type into AI and get the answer in 2 seconds. You need to pay $80K a year to do that and to get brainwashed into culture, slowing everything down. Seriously, college and university, parents are still paying for that. Talk about a dead paradigm. Seriously, who thinks college would exist if there wasn't Purdue basketball or the Sooners playing football? Would there be a college? I don't really think so. They're going to have to figure out a way to keep those college or that level of teams because the education paradigm of college is gone. It's gone. Let's face it. Why would you spend that kind of money? It's ridiculous. No one's hiring you for that anyways. All those jobs are gone. By this time these people are in for 4 years now, get out, those jobs aren't there. Am I saying something groundbreaking? Why would you pay for that?
Nice to outsmart the person who thinks they're superior.
Are you taking down those flyers?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why are you taking down flyers that aren't yours?
Because you took down our flyers. Flyers, yeah.
I'm not taking down your flyer. It's right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm really proud that you can count, but that doesn't mean that you can take.
This is what's going on in college. This is what's going on. Everyone's all super political and all self-righteous and fighting with each other over this.
Take down other people's flyers.
Don't care.
Don't interrupt me when I'm talking. That's incredibly rude.
I don't care if I'm rude to you.
Did you get our pronouns right? Jeez.
Oh, you're so nice. You want to empower International Women's Day?
Why are you threatened by trans women?
I'm not threatened by anyone. You seem to be really threatened by ideas that disagree with you, and you
The ideas
can't
that
regulate your
disagree with me.
emotions enough
You're
to go
threatened
to
by
an
me
event
putting
or
my
say
flyers
you're in an
on top of
event
your
that
flyers.
you don't agree with. You
Oh,
have
I'm
to,
sorry,
you
you're
have to go
against
to
freedom
flipping
of
off
speech.
people, and you're covering up people's speech.
Sorry, Snowflake. You can't handle like, you flipped me off.
Unlike
Wow.
you, words don't hurt
Who
me.
said that?
So you can call me anything you
Well, I'm
want.
gonna report you that say it.
How about
He clearly doesn't understand what a fascist is because he's unaware that he is one himself. There are no options, and that's not the point. Means she definitely lost.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Why are you driving in the wrong way of traffic?
No, I just got changed around. I just moved here like 2 months ago.
Okay.
I just got changed around.
Okay. Do you understand what's going on, though?
Yes.
You're going into oncoming traffic.
I know, and I just decided that it was better just to turn around really quick.
Okay.
But I'm sorry. I just have like really bad social anxiety and stuff.
I get you.
I don't want to step out whenever you're asking for stuff.
Okay. Well, we're past that. Just go ahead and step out.
As an Indigenous person.
What is going on here?
Right back here, please. Miss Perry? Am I...
Well, I'm non-binary, so.
Okay. What do you go by?
It's Kai.
How can I refer to you tonight? Kai? Okay. Hey, I'm smelling alcohol.
I know.
How much have you consumed tonight?
Like probably 3 drink.
I need to run you through some tests right now. Stand.
She goes, no. How much did you consume tonight? Probably 3 drinks. Is she a PhD?
Facing me, please.
But I just want you to know that I also have very bad social anxiety.
You and me both.
Okay.
Okay? Any recent head trauma, traumatic brain injuries, anything I need to know about?
Mental, yes.
We
Focus on my
know.
finger, please.
I am. You're just like trying to intimidate me.
I don't know how I'm trying to do that. This is the test.
As you know, as an Indigenous person, and there's a bunch of going around, I'm sorry, but it's just for me to be on my toes.
They're using the non-binary card to get out of legal situations now? What is this world?
Often I prepare something, maybe it's a little historical, maybe a little poetic. There's a lot of performative people on this board who will say one thing in support of Black people, homeless people, trans people, and then immediately stab you in the face. So I don't have any words prepared today. I just want you to feel our pain. So.
All right. We get the point, right? Get the point. And they're probably showing some extreme examples. Although I've encountered some stuff and everyone's encountered some stuff, I try to be patient. I think we should all try to be patient and kind. But look, we should stop with a lot of nonsense too, where we're taking it a little too far and overcompensating. And we still have to move forward. We can't stop everything in its track because we didn't get your pronoun right, or someone doesn't completely understand what's going on, and we have to completely change corporate culture, and we have to be scared of the HR department, and no one knows what to say anymore, and no one wants to get a corporate job anymore, and college is just not for men anymore. It's only for women, and this is what it's come down to. That's not so great either, right? Let's see what people say in the comments real quick. Well, what do you think? Let's say, do you identify as Black? The question being asked at all tells you all you need to know about the world we live in. Remember when there was that white woman who identified as Black, and she was the head of I think it was the NAACP, and everyone thought she was Black, but she was really white. That was awesome. The woman with the blue hair, nose ring, and glasses was doing a skit making fun of woke nation. Oh, okay. Oh, we didn't get that far in the video. Let's see. In the old days, people were embarrassed to be insane. Now they demand others accept it as normal. This generation, offended by everything, ashamed of nothing. Yeah. It does seem like we're sending people to college to be training them to be offended by everything. To just slow everything down. And shame became a demonized thing. But like I was saying earlier about our emotions, and shame is a survival tool that developed for a reason. You feel shame because it helps you. It helps you survive. And for some reason, shame got demonized, and we can't ever feel shame. You can't ever feel bad. And if something feels bad, we have to have a law against it. But you're supposed to feel all the emotions. You're supposed to feel shame. Oh, I ate 2 buckets of ice cream last night, and I didn't go to the gym today. I feel a little ashamed of myself for doing that. That's normal. Yeah, you're supposed to feel that way, John. You shouldn't have done that. So pick it up, do better today, and move on. And if you have kids, you'll be a good example to your kids. Oh, that's just way too reasonable. Fourth one said her pronouns were he. Okay, Michael Jackson. That's funny. Is Michael he? This person says, Talum 5692. I'm fat, obese, and not healthy. Am I proud? No. If people ask me, are you proud of being unhealthy? No. And I don't get offended if people tell me what I am. I accept it now, doing all I can to reduce my weight and be healthy. Truth hurts, but don't be a wuss and live better. Let's end it on that. This is a tough one. And people get very upset. I can't help but feel too that people just get trendy about stuff and they'll abandon this in a year and they'll be on to something else. They'll take out the nose ring and change the hair back to brunette. And, like the pendulum swings hard sometimes. It swings hard one way and then it swings hard the other way. And hopefully it settles down towards the middle so we can all just move on. I do feel like we're being manipulated to be distracted by a lot of this stuff. Well, in the background, AI is taking over and all the companies are going away and there's just 5 left and they're running everything and surveillance is like, oh, while you're at Christmas vacation, we put in all these flat cameras everywhere and now you're being recorded everywhere you go while you were arguing about your pronouns, right? Doesn't anyone else feel that way? Let me know in the comments because I definitely feel like a lot of stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the new important thing. Yeah, I don't want anyone to feel bad, but stuff's going on while we're being distracted by stuff like this, which I think, although it is very important, is lower on the important list compared to what's going on while we're distracted by this. Just a thought, and treat each other with some kindness. All right. Thanks, everybody. Go ahead and like it and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.